Hello everyone and welcome back to the SteemTrail Gaming podcast. Today is the 10th December of 2018. My name is Kralizec and I am one of your two hosts for the evening. The second host is Tygergamer. Hey Tiger, how are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How about you?
I'm doing okay. A little sick, but that's what you get for working with children during the flu season, you know?
Yeah.
It's completely unavoidable. There's like, in total there's like, I think 30 teachers at our school.
Dang.
At least 10 of them are currently sick. And I mean sick that
no.
they're not at work. Not like sick, oh, I have a little sniffles.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of a lot of supplemental teaching.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, just a heads up. I already told you this, but to our viewers, just a heads up. If I go, if I'm unresponsive for a minute, I'm expecting a phone call. So if I'm unresponsive, that's why. So just give you a heads up.
Okay, and with those little, let's call them PSAs out of the way, let's start the show talking about video games.
Yes.
So do you mind if I go first?
Go for it.
Okay, so this week I managed to play 2 games, and the first of them being a game called Whimsical Quest. I already have a review of this up. I actually posted that about an hour ago. And Whimsical Quest is a little retro roguelike adventure game. And I'm putting the footage in the background so people can watch.
Yeah.
This game is so retro. Like seriously, this game, if you told me this was made in the 70s, just from the graphics alone, I would believe you. Like, if you told me, like, this came out 79, I would be like, yeah, totally. I can see that happening. No, but it came out in 2018. So if you're a fan of retro, oh, this will definitely be your jam. But otherwise, it's a pretty standard roguelite game. You have few abilities, you kill monsters, you upgrade your character, you get unlocks. It's exactly what you'd expect. The game is available for €2.39, so I'm assuming that means $3.
Okay.
And honestly, I was pretty satisfied with it.
Okay.
There wasn't anything special about it. Wasn't anything really cool. Maybe apart from the fact that the abilities are completely insane. Like in their not in their like how they behave, but just what they're named and how they behave. So to give an example, for example, there's a class who's named a Scholar. His main attack, like his auto attack almost, is spawning letters around him.
Huh. That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a peasant class. He has like a healing ability that summons a farmer's market. And he just throws around food everywhere. Wow. You have to collect the food.
Wow.
Or this class that's on the screen right now, this is, I don't remember his name, but he's like the, like the sort of nature guy. One of his abilities is starting forest fires.
Wow.
So yeah, this is something that definitely was real fun. Just, enjoying the theme, let's call it.
Yeah.
But in terms of gameplay, it's bog standard. There's really nothing special about it. Nothing out of the ordinary, but again, it costs $3. You have to take that into consideration. $3 is just, it's such a low price that why not just try it? If you won't like it, oh man, you probably won't have fries with your next burger. But otherwise, you're not really gonna care. And maybe like once a month, you get a half-hour fun out of this. I think that's worth it. Like, compare it to any other form of entertainment, and the value proposition is still insane. And if you like it, you're just gonna get a ton and a ton fun out of it. And if you're a fan of retro, yeah, this can definitely be up your jam.
Awesome.
Okay, so what was something that you played this week?
Well, this is one of the first games that's been sitting in my library for like the past year, and I decided to finally play it. I got this game on sale. It's called Abound.
Okay.
It's about a 2-hour game. You play as a woman who I guess you gotta put the pieces together, but from what I gathered, you play as a woman who is about to have a child, and she goes to visit her father, who her mother got divorced with back when they were kids. And when you're going to the house, it was like the main part of the game is you go into the woman's mind. It shows like, I guess her father is like a monster, and her mother is like the queen of a kingdom, and the monster's destroying the kingdom. So you gotta try and stop the monster. And yeah, and I guess it just comes. It's again about coming to terms with getting back and getting connected back to family members.
So
yeah,
when I'm looking here at the trailer for it, obviously it's somewhat old. It seems like a puzzle platformer with like a gymnast / ballerina style character.
I would say it's not it's more like a platformer, not a puzzle platformer, because in fact, if there are any puzzles, I did not notice any, because I get either they were too simple or they're non-existent. So yeah, one of the main things that stands out is the animation and some of the moves and one of the moves that you use to not get hurt by projectiles. Which, yeah, it's a pretty good game. It took me 2 hours to finish. It was a nice little experience, but it might not be a cup of tea. But hey, might enjoy it. Something different.
Okay, so let's move on to the second game I played this week, and this time, after a long time, I played a AAA title.
Well, you played Darksiders 3 last week.
No, I didn't.
Or was it 2 weeks ago?
Darksiders I played.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said Dark Souls, didn't you?
No, it's Darksiders 3.
So that was probably just me being deaf. But okay, you know, that I would still consider like a AA+ title. It's not one of those games that just, you know, everybody says, yeah, that's going to be a good game. But this week I played Just Cause 4.
How was it?
It was Just Cause 4. It was exactly what you would expect it would be.
Fun going stuff.
Yeah, I had fun. Like, I was like, for a while, I was trying to play like a guy who doesn't kill anybody, even in battles.
That isn't possible in Just Cause.
No, it is possible. I don't know about the previous ones. I don't remember. In this one, you know, on your leash, you can put in like a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
So I was just getting rid of all the enemies using the hot air balloons. So technically, I didn't kill anyone.
Until the balloon pops and they fall to their deaths.
Yeah, that wasn't my fault. Fun thing, I did it to helicopters as well. It was a helicopter with like 40 balloons. Like, goodbye. Yeah, and then obviously I returned to just like shooting the shit out of stuff. it works. It looks great. You can have a ton of fun with the wingsuit. Obviously, it's Just Cause. It's a formula that works. It's one of the better formulas, in my opinion. Even though it is a third-person action game with... But at least it doesn't have stealth elements. Like, stealth doesn't work in this game at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate it when a game that's not built around stealth has a forced stealth section in the game.
Yeah. I would actually, like, appreciate if there was a stealth mechanic in the game, but... If they didn't want to build around it, yeah, it's better not to just put it in there. It wouldn't make any sense. Yeah. Obviously, there will be great videos coming out of this with people doing crazy shit because people always do with Just Cause 4. Oh, yeah. My only real problem with the game was with the, I don't know, I would call it the GPS system. You know, when you're like have an objective and you're in a car or something, there are these little markers on the ground that tell you where you should drive. Sometimes they were not working for me. Like, they would just send me wrong way, and, yeah. That was pretty much my only complaint. It's not a game I'm gonna play really long term, because it's not really my thing.
Yeah.
I'm not like that guy who would just, okay, so there's an objective that I have to go, and I'll do it, and there will be stuff I have to kill at the spot. The story, I couldn't care less for it, to be honest.
Of course, because no one plays Just Cause for the story.
Well, I heard there are 3 people who do. No, but, you know... It's blow shit up. It's what GTA used to be, but for some reason isn't anymore.
For me, GTA used to be starting up the game, getting through like the first required mission, and then going out, putting in cheat codes to see how OP and how many weapons I can carry at the same time.
Yeah, and how many cops can you kill using tanks?
Yeah.
But Just Cause is more about, okay, what's the most creative way I can kill that guy over there?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't have much to say about it. If you want to see a full-fledged preview, you can find many of them on YouTube. But if you ever played any Just Cause game, you know what to expect.
Oh, yeah.
It's just slightly better graphics. I did hear some complaints about performance, though I haven't experienced any myself. I will say that. But I did hear some people complaining that the game runs pretty bad. But I don't know. I didn't experience anything. I have a 1070 graphics card, so that's... These days, it's like slightly under the top. No, it's slightly under high end. It's not high end anymore. It used to be when I bought it, but it's not anymore. And otherwise, I think I have a pretty box standard gaming computer with an i7 CPU. I couldn't care less if it was an i5 for gaming. 16 gigs of RAM. So, but the thing is, I play at 1080p. Maybe if I was playing at higher resolutions, I would notice stuff. Oh, okay. That reminds me. I had one more issue. The menus are completely dumb. No, like the menus just sometimes you have to use the mouse to click on stuff. Sometimes you have to use the keyboard. It makes no sense. And the keyboard layout, it will take you a while to get used to it. But there's just too many movement abilities for the game really to use. Like, you know, usually when you're playing on a computer, you're used to that if you want a precise aim, you use your right mouse click. Here it's used for a grapple hook, so... You could technically rebind everything to your liking. I didn't. I got used to it in, I don't know, an hour of gameplay. So it's not that bad. It's just like, this is really not the standard. Okay, and that's really all I have to say about Just Cause 4.
Okay. Well, me, the second game I got to play this week was Bastion, and of course, I know
you're a little bit late to the party.
Yeah. Why the heck has it taken me this long to play it? Well, a little backstory. When this game first came out back in 2011, it came out for 360 and PC, which I didn't have either. Only had a PS3. And it was until like 2015, 2016 when they brought the game over to PS4. Then it took me another year to like finally decide to buy it because it was only like $3 at the time. So I was like, why not? And I just forgot about it. And I finally decided to play it this past week. And I hate that I waited so long to freaking play it.
A little bit.
Supergiant Game. Yeah. Supergiant Games. The first game that they debuted with, and honestly, between Bastion, Pyre, and Transistor, honestly, I enjoyed Bastion a lot more than I did those other two games, and I'm not undermining those two other games. They're freaking excellent as well, but I found more enjoyment in Bastion than I did the other two.
That's interesting. I personally think, gameplay-wise, Transistor was the best. Aesthetic-wise, it's a split between Pyre and Bastion. And in terms of bringing something new to the market, I think Pyre was the best. Because Pyre really introduced us to a fun sports game.
Yeah, really. But like I said, though, I'm not undermining those two games. I just found that I've enjoyed my time with Bastion a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't play anything else, did you?
Nope.
Okay, then let's move on to the news. So, spoiler alert, in the end we're going to be talking about the Game Awards. So the rest of the news is going to be somewhat quick.
Yeah.
But let's start with two major security data breaches that happened this week. These are halfway PSAs, halfway just informational. But let's start with a company who just really can't catch a break in the past weeks. Bethesda. So Bethesda had a security breach. And if I ever seen a weird security breach, it's this one.
Oh, yeah.
So apparently, there were 45 minutes where if you made a ticket on their support site, you were able to see other people's tickets as well. Including all the information on those posts, on those tickets, including the personal. So Bethesda issued a statement that essentially said, okay, you know what, I'm just going to read it. As previously reported on December 5th, 2018, we've experienced an error in our customer support website that resulted in the exposure of a limited number of customer support tickets. Upon discovery, we immediately took down the customer support website, remediated the error, and restored the customer support website. We have conducted further investigation and analysis of this incident, and we would like to provide our Bethesda community with an update. From our investigation, we have learned that on December 5th, 2018, there was a brief period of time during which consumers accessing our customer support website may have been able to view the customer support tickets submitted by other customers during the same time period. Based on our current investigation, we believe this exposure window lasted approximately 45 minutes. During this exposure window, fewer than 123 customer support tickets were submitted and may have been partially or fully viewed by others accessing the customer support website. Of those 123 tickets, it appears that no more than 65 customer support tickets contain personal data that may have been exposed. Upon review of the exposed customer support tickets, we have confirmed that no user account passwords or full credit card numbers were included. The personal exposed within the customer support tickets included name, username, and contact information. An example, email, address, and phone number if submitted by a customer as part of a customer support ticket. Proof of purchase information provided by a limited number of customers related to the game purchases from third-party retailers. We are in the process of contacting customers who may have been impacted. We greatly value and appreciate our Bethesda community. Again, we sincerely apologize for this situation. So, first of all, how the fuck does such an error even happen? I don't really understand.
Yeah, really.
It's like, you know what? If they just like say we were hacked, I would be like, yeah, that happens. I can understand. It's bad, obviously, but I know there are people who try to hack you. How do you make an error that just shows other people, others' tickets?
Yeah, really.
Was there like a true false statement like show other tickets? False, true. Somebody forgot to switch it? But you know what? The number of people who have been impacted by this is very small. Hopefully, none of the people who got to view any of the personal information were, well, let's call them pricks, because that's what they would be.
Yeah.
And hopefully this will just be a complete non-issue.
Yeah. And hopefully we can go another week. Hopefully we can go a week without Bethesda screwing up again.
Please, Bethesda.
Yeah.
You were doing pretty good for the past years, but suddenly you're like, oh, no, we have to be the worst ones.
Yeah.
And the second one, which is actually somewhat more serious, is coming from Humble Bundle. Man, you would never expect those guys to screw up, would you?
No.
So apparently there was a data breach, and there was a bug in the company's code that allowed people to compare lists of email addresses to see if they had a Humble Bundle subscription, check if it was active, see when the plan expired if it wasn't active anymore, and find out if the account had a referral bonus. So, luckily, there seems to be no payment info, credit cards, etc., that went wrong through this one. We do not know the number of people impacted by this, but this one just has a very, very easy conclusion. If you're gonna get a Humble Bundle email, make sure it's actually from Humble Bundle. Check the email address, check the website address it puts you into, and if you have any doubts, don't use it.
Yeah.
But that should be general knowledge by these days, but sadly it isn't.
Yeah.
You know what? I think over time we're just going to have to get used to the fact that pretty much every week there's going to be a company who's going to have its data stolen. Data is just so freaking valuable these days. People like underestimate it. It's like, oh, somebody's going to get my data. What's he going to do with it? Well, he's going to sell it. What did you expect? And then 50 million companies are going to have your data. And one of them will just finally get even your password with it, and suddenly they have every account you ever used and your password. And if you're that kind of person, as let's face it, most people are, who uses almost the same password on every single site, have fun if you think it's not a big deal. I really thought at this point more people would just be using biometrics. I'm surprised they aren't. Like, just getting a fingerprint scanner, it's super cheap. Like, let me actually search. How much does a fingerprint cost? Okay, they start at $30 as a little USB stick. You can either put it into your laptop on the side. Most people who have a computer, a desktop one, you have USB ports on the top side of the case. You put it there. It's $200. It's $20. Get this thing. It will make your life bajillion times more secure. If you don't have it yet, you're really, really doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next topic of the day. So, Philippe Grenet, the director of EA Ireland, was fired this week for making inappropriate comments to a female colleague. So we have two versions of what was said. I'm gonna say this: none of them are really flattering to a person who should be a director. He should know better. Let's face that. So the comments, the one that's coming from his colleague, she's saying he said this. He was not going to pull his dick out and put it on a table to see who has a bigger dick. Well, Mr. Grenet says that he actually said, I don't want to compare the length of my dick. Again, these are statements a person who is a director for a giant-ass corporation, he should not be making those. Let's face that.
Yeah.
But, on the other hand, this is just a phrase.
Yeah, really.
It's not like he literally wanted to pull his penis out. This is just a thing that's said. This literally just means I don't want to see which one of us is better.
Yeah.
I really don't get it. According to his lawyer, the allegations have been twisted out of context by somebody who wants to get rid of Grenet, which I'm not sure of that. In today's world, yeah, this totally seems like a thing he would just get fired over, even if nobody wanted to get rid of him. Obviously, he probably deserved to get fired because he did sign some policies that probably pretty clearly state that saying something like this is something that will get you fired. But I wish, like, you could say these things and everybody would be like, yeah, that's what he said. It's not like he meant anything bad by it. It's just... What do you think of this?
I honestly think him getting fired over just over saying a phrase is stupid.
Well, I agree with you, but I think that if he signed papers that say you will get fired if you say stupid shit, then it's its own fault. It's like, you know, like imagine working at a McDonald's and you would sign a paper that says, if you touch the food with your bare hands, you're going to get fired. Yes, touching the food with your bare hands is pretty stupid. Nobody will get hurt. But you signed some papers. You deserve to get fired. So, I don't know. Okay, and before we go to the Game Awards, we have one more piece of news. So, Smash Ultimate Note on a school whiteboard was mistaken for a threat of a shooter in the United States, which you probably have guessed. What the fuck?
Yeah, really.
So apparently what happened, somebody who in the school was probably a big fan of Super Smash Brothers. And he was really looking forward to this game. So, you know, there was the school whiteboard where you could, like, post stuff as a student. Maybe, like, you want to find some friends. Maybe you're starting a band. Maybe you're looking for some friends to play Super Smash with. What he posted there was written on the note, says December 7th, time to, and then there was the Smash icon, which is a little circle with 2 lines.
Yeah.
And some students, idiotic students if I might add, misinterpreted this, went to the office and erased it as a concern.
Yeah. And also I'd like to add one of the reasons why they misinterpreted it is the Smash logo resembles crosshairs.
Well, very, very, like, not. Crosshairs, like, the logo, it's a circle and 2 lines. Yes.
Yeah.
But the lines, they are really not aligned in the middle. Like,
yeah, really
not. Also,
Unless
that is not how crosshairs on pistols work.
I'm just going by what I heard, but yeah, it's very stupid that they misinterpreted this as a threat for a school shooting. And it's also, it's sad to see this occur where someone's hyped for a game, they write on their whiteboard, and people think it's a threat for a school shooting.
I'm just baffled by this.
Yeah.
The only good thing is nobody was hurt in the non-shooting.
Oh. Hopefully the kid did not get in trouble for that.
Oh man, if he got into trouble for that, I would be willing to go start a GoFundMe for him.
Yeah, really. But also, on the bright side, since the school was shut down this past Friday, he had all day to play Smash.
And hopefully he got some friends who like Smash as well to play with him.
Yeah.
Well, okay. That's it for the news of this week. And now it's time to talk about the Game Awards. So one thing to say, we will not be going through every single category because some of them nobody cares. Nobody ever cares except a few people nominated in these categories. We will go through the categories we personally find interesting. We're just going to be clear about that. So let's actually go from the bottom. What do you say? Let's start with the stupid shit and get us to the best. So do you care about the content creator of the year?
Not really, but of course, I already figured I already knew who was going to win.
Yeah, it was Ninja. Everybody knew it was going to be Ninja. And honestly, from these guys, I know only 2 of them. I know Myth and Ninja. Never heard of the others. Never ever heard of the others. Okay, best esports moment. I don't think either of us cares. I think this is actually a cool category. I don't think this category should go away, but it's not a category I personally care about.
Yeah, I don't either.
But this is a category I think should go away. Best esports host. Who cares?
Yeah.
Best esports event. Same thing. Who cares? This is an award that doesn't make sense to me. Best esports event. Same for the host. It's essentially the community going like, oh, who was the best? I'm the best. Best esports coach. I don't care, but okay, I can understand this category.
Yeah.
Next one. I understand the category, but I would like to know more about how it's decided. Best esports team. By the way, Cloud9 won, which I don't think is a big surprise. But is it based off their results? Is it based off of their popularity? Is it just based because somebody likes them? If this was based on like the percentage of games they won, I think this category would be fine. But I'm not sure it's based purely on that. And the same exact thing goes for best esports player.
Yeah.
Which was, by the way, Dominic Sonic Fox McSleen, who plays for Echo Fox.
His speech was hilarious when he got the award.
Sorry?
I'll say that.
I didn't...
his speech for accepting the award was pretty funny.
Yeah. Okay, next one. Best esports game. Is it just like... How does this one get decided? How do you decide what's the best esports game? Isn't this like the most subjective thing ever?
Yeah.
By the way, Overwatch won, which, like, baffles me.
Yeah, considering that came out in 2016.
No, I'm okay with that. Like, the thing is, if you don't consider Overwatch League, Overwatch esports is really dull.
Yeah.
And it's been pretty much given to Blizzard just for the fact that they're trying something new, I think. Just because they have Overwatch League. That's the only reason why they got this title. Okay, next one I actually like. Best debut indie game. You want to go through this one?
Yeah, we can do it.
Okay, we have Donut Country from Annapurna Interactive. Florence.
Donut.
Sorry. Okay, Florence.
Donut County.
Again from Annapurna. Moss from Polyar Games. The Messenger for Sabotage Studio. And Yoku's Island Express from Villa Gorilla. I like that name of a studio. That's a good name for a studio.
Yeah.
And the winner is The Messenger by Sabotage Studios. And either of these could have honestly deserved the title. They were all great games. And was there like a game that you would have given it to over Messenger?
Considering I only played 2 of those games, which was Donut County and The Messenger, I would say I would have given it to either Donut County or The Messenger. So.
Okay, moving on to the next one. Best student game. I actually really like this category. This is like...
Yeah.
This is the category that should really be here. Just, you know, this is the one that gives students a chance to really find their place in the industry.
Yeah.
We have Combat 2018 by Inland Norway University of Applied Sciences. Dash Quasar by UC Santa Cruz. Jera, I think? Digipen Bilbao. Lift by Isar Digital from France. And Recharge from MIT. And the winner is Combat 2018. I gotta say, I didn't play any of these. I'm sad. I need to take a look at these. Like, because all of them looked pretty good. And student games, they're the most inventive people, I gotta say, students.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when it comes to cheating on tests.
Yeah.
Okay, best multiplayer game. Call of Duty, Black Ops 4, Destiny 2, Forsaken, Fortnite, Monster Hunter World, and Sea of Thieves.
Of course, it's Fortnite.
Yeah, it's Fortnite. But I don't understand, how the hell did Sea of Thieves get on this list?
Yeah, really.
It's not like even in the same league of as these games are. It's like you have like good games and Sea of Thieves. And I know a lot of people like to hate on Fortnite, but whether you like it or not, it is a good game.
Yeah.
Okay, best sports/racing. FIFA 19. Forza Horizon. Mario Tennis Aces. NBA 2K19. Pro Evolution Soccer 2019. And the winner is Forza Horizon. What do you think of this one?
Hey, awesome! And if you're interested in playing it, you can play. If you have Game Pass, so
yeah. I think honestly, I don't like the fact that NBA 2K19 and FIFA 19 are here. I think they're just here because we needed some filler. But I honestly think there are better sports games than these two that could have made a list.
Oh, yeah.
Like little indie titles that are sports games. They're great games. They're just not AAA titles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, best strategy game. Battletech. Frostpunk. Into the Breach. The Banner Saga 3. Valkyria Chronicles 4. And the winner is Into the Breach. And here I have to disagree. I would have given it to Frostpunk or the Banner Saga. I personally. But probably to Frostpunk.
Yeah.
Like, Into the Breach was good. But Frostpunk was just so amazing, I think. But again, subjective.
Yeah.
What about you? Who would you give the strategy game? But you're a console gamer. Oh. You're not really a strategy gamer.
Yeah, I like. For transparency, I've not played any of these games, but of course I'm a console gamer, and personally, after playing some of the first game, I probably would have given it to Valkyria Chronicles 4.
Okay, best family game. This is such a weird category.
Yeah, really.
Also, when they say family game, they mean the game that the parents will be willing to buy for their kid. Not a family game.
Yeah.
But it's Mario Tennis Aces, Nintendo Labo, Overcooked 2, Starling Battle for Atlas, and Super Mario Party. Yes, Nintendo is ruling this category. We all know that.
Of course.
And Overcooked 2 won. And honestly, I'm surprised they didn't give it to Nintendo Labo.
Yeah.
I was really expecting Labo to get this award, and I'm actually glad Overcooked 2 got it. That was my, pick.
Honestly, though, I can see why they didn't get Labo. Because you gotta spend time building the stuff, and hope that it does not tear or break. Whereas with Overcooked, you just put it in and play it.
Well, my assumption was Nintendo signed something new. Let's just give it to them. Okay, best fighting game. Blast Blue Cross Tag Battle. Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Soul Calibur 6. And Street Fighter V Arcade. With the winner being Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I think it was a tie between Soul Calibur 6 and Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
But I couldn't care less which one of them gets it.
And me personally, I would have given it to Dragon Ball Fighters. Because that's the only fighting game I played this year, so.
Okay, best role-playing game. Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age. Monster Hunter World. Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom. Octopath Traveler. And Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. With the winner being Monster Hunter World. Okay, I want to hear our opinion first. I'm going to go second this time.
Honestly, I am glad that Monster Hunter World got an award, but I would not consider a role-playing game. I would have probably given it to Octopath Traveler.
I personally would have given it to Pillars of Eternity. But I have exactly the same problem. like, Monster Hunter World is a great, awesome spectacle fighter with little tiny bits of an RPG system.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, and also, I'd also like to add this little tidbit, but Geralt of Rivia is actually coming. They're doing collaboration with CD Projekt Red.
yeah.
So he's gonna be in the game next year. So.
But you know, when I hear an RPG, for me to focus is not on the fighting. For me to focus is on the story.
Yeah.
And yes, I haven't played Dragon Quest XI, nor have I played Ni no Kuni 2, so I can't talk about those. But both Octopath Traveler... Sorry?
You know, Kuni 2 and Octopath Traveler are both good games as well, so...
Yeah. But all of them are good. I'm not arguing that they're bad games. It's just... Both Octopath Traveler and Pillars of Eternity, games I've played at least a little bit, are better RPGs than Monster Hunter World. Okay, best action/adventure game. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. This is the category I would put Monster Hunter World in.
Yeah.
But the winner here is God of War. You know, more I'm looking at this, I'm pretty sure they just moved Monster Hunter World to a role-playing game because they really wanted to give it a trophy, but they couldn't give it in this category. That's the only reason why it's in role-playing games. Boo!
Yeah. And like I said, I am glad that it did win an award, because it is a good game.
Mm-hmm. And what about best action/adventure? Do you think God of War deserves this one?
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
I will trust you because I haven't played many of these games.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, honestly, I think I would have thought that Spider-Man would have been the winner, but...
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have loved it if either God of War or Spider-Man got it. I was kind of shocked when even RDR 2 was nominated. I'm surprised they did not win that award.
Okay, best action game. Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Dead Cells, Destiny 2 Forsaken, Far Cry 5, and Mega Man 11. Before we say our opinion, this category is so weirdly mashed in together.
Yeah.
You got first-person shooters, you get Metroidvanias, you get an MMO shooter. These games just don't fit in together.
Yeah.
But I'm very glad that Dead Cells got this title. Even though, remember this, I personally have not enjoyed Dead Cells. I've played it, I haven't had fun, but so many people have.
Yeah. And
honestly, even when I heard the nomination of Dead Cells here, I was like, what? And when it won, I was like, holy motherfucker, fucking hell. I didn't expect them to give it to Dead Cells at all.
Yeah.
But from these titles here, it certainly deserves it.
Yeah.
Okay, next category, which I can care less about. Best VR/AR game. I understand the category here. I do understand it. But, man, I don't really care. The winner is... Yeah?
Yeah, I've heard that Astrobot Rescue is pretty good for a VR game, so...
Yeah, I still think a VR/AR just a few years early came.
Yeah.
Okay, but the same can be said about next category. I understand why it's here. I don't say it shouldn't be here, but I personally couldn't care less. Best mobile game.
Yeah, really. But hey, mobile games are games, so...
Yeah, and honestly, all the games they picked are good. The games picked are Donut County, Florence, Fortnite, PUBG Mobile, and Reign's Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Only game I don't like being here, even though I personally would have enjoyed it the most from these, is Reigns. Have you played Reigns on your phone?
Yes, I have, but I've not played the Game of Thrones version yet, so...
You know, but that's my problem. The fact that it's a game that already existed with a license slapped on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay, next the category that I was very interested in. Best Independent Game. Celeste. Dead Cells. Into the Breach. Return of Obra Dinn. And The Messenger. So, who would have you given this one to?
I'll say Celeste.
And Celeste won. And
yep.
Since, apart from Dead Cells, it's the only game from these I have played. And I have really enjoyed Celeste, and I didn't enjoy Dead Cells, I would give it to it as well. But all of these could have easily gotten it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, next category. I don't understand this one. Games for Impact. What does that even mean? And honestly, none of these games have impacted the industry at all. None of them.
Yeah.
You have 11/11 Memories Retold, Celeste, Florence, Life is Strange Episode 1, and The Missing J.J. Macfield and the Island of Memories. They were all great games. All had amazing stories. But none of them have impacted the industry.
I think games for impact, I don't necessarily think it's the games that impacted the industry. I think it's more about games that have had an impact on the players.
Oh, you mean like the most emotional game, let's call it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then I don't think that should be a category, but... Because that's so subjective that the rest of the categories from these look objective.
Yeah, games for impact can be games that also make you feel emotion, but they can also be games that actually make you think differently as well. So.
Okay, so then the game that won, which is Celeste, didn't do that at all. For me. Maybe it did for people. But yeah. I personally, when I'm playing the story, yes, I do try to read it into the emotions. I try to enjoy the story really much. But I'm not the kind of person who tries to dissect every subtext of every game and every moment of every frame. Okay, moving on. Next category. I think next one we can skip. Best performance. It's just actors. It's not really a gaming category. We have best audio design then. We have Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Forza Horizon 4, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, and Red Dead Redemption 2. I want to stretch out, this one doesn't mean music. This one means sound effects, essentially.
Yeah.
And the winner was Red Dead Redemption 2.
That's surprising.
Honestly, I would have given it to Forza Horizon 4. Because I really enjoy the sounds of cars, but sure, I guess. Okay, best score / music. Celeste, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom, Octopath Traveler, and Red Dead Redemption 2.
Mm-hmm.
With the winner being, again, Red Dead Redemption 2. Here, okay, I would have given it to Celeste from these. But sure, again, it's subjective.
Yeah.
Okay, next one we have Best Art Direction. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, Octopath Traveler, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Return of Obra Dinn. And Return of Obra Dinn won, I think, honestly, deservedly so.
Yeah.
I certainly wouldn't have given it to Assassin's Creed, nor to God of War, nor to Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
You know what?
Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
The only other game I would like to see this given to is Octopath Traveler.
Yeah, because I think there's a difference between art direction and graphical fidelity.
Yeah.
Okay, next one we have Best Narrative. Detroit Become Human, God of War, Life is Strange 2 Episode 1, Marvel, Spider-Man, and Red Dead Redemption 2. And Red Dead Redemption 2 won, which sort of surprised me, to be honest. I personally really rooted for Detroit Become Human.
I'll say that or God of War.
I don't know. God of War for narrative.
It had a good story.
Okay. Okay, moving on to Best Game Direction. Which... why does this category exist? You don't have to have the same exact categories as the Oscars do.
Yeah, really.
A Way Out, Detroit Become Human, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, with the winner being God of War. I honestly have no idea who would I give this to, because direction is a very specific term, and I have no idea how these games were directed.
Yeah. Honestly, they need to do away with direction, the direction category, and instead of that, add best game design.
Yeah, that's
as a category.
How does that category not exist? Is
really, and with that, you know, like if these games got nominated for that, I would say I would have given it to A Way Out.
Yeah, there I would agree. But when you say direction, you know, best direction is given to a person, to one single person, not to a game. And it's essentially this person taking his vision. And I don't think that was the case for any of these games. I don't think there was a single person, except for A Way Out.
Yeah.
How did God of War get this title? I don't understand. Okay, moving on. Best ongoing game. Destiny 2. Fortnite. No Man's Sky. Overwatch. And Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Can you guess the winner?
Fortnite.
Yeah, it was Fortnite. They needed to give some titles to Fortnite. They had to. They had no choice.
Okay. Personally, I would have given it to No Man's Sky for its complete 180 turnaround.
Yeah, for me, it would have been either No Man's Sky or Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, yeah.
Because Rainbow Six Siege has just kept everything on point.
Yeah. And it was also a game that also launched unfinished.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, and moving on to the last category. Game of the Year. The options being Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Celeste, God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, Monster Hunter World, and Red Dead Redemption 2.
Alright, before we say who won, one thing I love what they did with this award, instead of like saying the nominees, I loved how they showed the nominees in the background while playing the music from said game.
Yeah, that was very cool. I will also add one thing. I'm very glad Celeste is here.
Yeah.
But I'm very pissed that it's the only non-AAA title here.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really believe that the gaming industry needs to get its head out of its ass.
Really?
Yes, AAA games sell the most. They are not the best games. They are the most mainstream games. They are the games that cater to the most majority of people.
Yeah.
On one hand, you're trying to play to be like the gaming Oscars. But the Oscars, they go to truly great movies. And usually the movie that wins the main Oscar is not a mainstream movie. It's very rare that happens.
Yeah.
So either decide, either you want to be like, so these are the games the industry made the most money out of and the consumers like the most. Sure, go for that, if you want to be that. But on the other hand, you cannot have things like best direction, best art direction, best audio design. And also have pretty much only AAA games on this list.
Yeah, true.
I wouldn't mind if it was like a 50-50 split.
Oh yeah.
Because these games are good. I'm not arguing that they're bad. A bad game would never ever become mainstream.
Yeah, I will say that one of the games I'm really glad to see on here is Monster Hunter World. Because yeah, that's a AAA game, but it's a niche game.
Yeah, that's the kind of game from a AAA genre. I said a genre, I know, category. That deserves to be there. Why the heck is Assassin's Creed Odyssey there?
Yeah, really. Even though I enjoyed it, but I would not consider it a Game of the Year nominee.
Like, by far. It's a good game. The problem is, good doesn't equal great.
Yeah. And by the way, surprisingly, God of War won.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I thought Red Dead Redemption 2 was going to win.
Yeah, so did I.
God of War, which I'm glad to see. Even though it's a reboot, a soft reboot of the previous games, and this being a AAA game, this game, with the people behind it, they took the most risk with reinventing God of War.
Yeah, that's a good point, honestly. But I really want to just see more indie titles put into this category and less AAA games. Like, again, why is Marvel Spider-Man there? It's a good game.
Personally, right now, I'm not playing Smash yet. But personally, right now, between God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Marvel Spider-Man, and Celeste, I'd say my personal game of the year right now is Marvel Spider-Man.
Yeah, but that's subjective. That's like the game I enjoyed the most.
Yeah.
But can you truly say it's the best game of the year? Because that's the question, you know. That's the question. Is it the best game of this year?
That's the game I got the most enjoyment out of, so.
Yeah, but that doesn't equal to best. That's the thing.
Wait, whatever's best is also subjective, so.
Yeah, what I would consider the best is the game that even after 10 years, or 20, or 50 years, there will still be people remembering it.
Sure.
And I don't think that Marvel's Spider-Man will be that. Nor will Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah.
Well, and that's it for this year's Game Awards. Apart from one little tiny smidge of a thing. There's one other thing we have to talk about. A game. A game with a capital G. Something something that got me really excited for a AAA game. Something I really want to play. But I will also say this. Don't pre-order. Don't do it. We have been burned way too many times. But man, does this look good.
I have not.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Outer Worlds.
Yes. When I'm gonna say this, when Obsidian, when they were teasing their announcement and they showed the logo, I was like, this reminds me of Fallout, and of course, it is a spiritual successor to Fallout, which, yes.
Plus, it's not set in a post-apocalyptic world. I'm so sick of those.
Yeah.
We get a new setting. I was actually playing the gameplay trailer. Let me find the trailer, and we're just gonna watch it in silence. Because you guys deserve to do that. Official announcement trailer. This trailer just, man, is amazingly crafted. I love the fact that it's colorful.
Oh, yeah.
I think many games underestimate the power of color these days.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of unsettling to a way, like, everything looks a tiny little bit creepy. But just a little tiny bit.
You appear capable.
Look, I get it. Taking on the corporation has left us with two choices, bad and worse. But you have to choose. And you have to choose now.
I cannot wait for this game to come out.
Yeah, neither can I. And then there's the song in the trailer.
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, this song might be better than Fallout 76's song, even though Take Me Home is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, though, I have nothing against Obsidian's other projects, like Pillars of Eternity, but I've always wanted them to go back to the Fallout New Vegas template, which they're doing here, which I'm so excited for.
I honestly think Pillars of Eternity for them were, a project from their soul.
Yeah.
Something like, we were fans of Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter Nights.
Yeah.
We just really want to make this. We know it's not really going to make enough money. That's why they started this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is a project that they can be both passionate about and make a shit ton out of money.
Oh, yeah.
But again, please, please, please don't pre-order this.
No promises here.
You're an idiot.
No, not.
Okay, and that brings us to the end of the news section, quote-unquote news this week.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'll also throw in there another announcement they announced.
Mm-hmm.
Which came as a surprise. Freaking Joker from Persona 5 is coming to Smash Switch.
Yeah, it was like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
It's not that like I care, but still, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was a huge surprise right there.
Okay, but let's talk recommendations for next week. So let me start. I'm gonna start with a game called Matter. Matter is coming on December 12th, and it's a first-person platformer with really interesting graphics, like very stylized. What it says here is dive in a dreamlike and abstract world where matter evolves and lives around you according to your actions. That does sound pretty fun. It seems it's going to be pretty short. It's going to be half an hour of titillating adventure. So hopefully they realize that if you offer half an hour of a game, you have to be cheap. If they don't, you're going to screw up. Yeah, this thing looks nice. I really hope they don't screw up the pricing, because that's the only thing that could really screw this up.
Most definitely.
Okay, what do you have to recommend?
First off, I'd like to recommend Borderlands 2 VR, which of course, yeah, it's Borderlands 2. It's coming to VR. As far as I know, it's coming to only PSVR at the moment. But one of the problems I do have with it, with this game, with them releasing it for VR, is it's $50, and it's not a add-on to the original game. Yeah, it's a full separate game that you have to buy.
Yeah,
so
that sucks.
There's
By the way, sort of like on the side, did you hear this week there were some leaks around Borderlands 3, it seems?
Yeah, I heard about that.
So I hope they don't screw that up, because Borderlands is a great game that gets repetitive very quick, but it's a great game for like, that's like your side game, you know, like when you have a side chick. You have your wife, let's say you're a PC gamer and your wife is World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And then your side chick is Borderlands. Okay, my second recommendation is a game called, well, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I think it's pronounced Grease or Gree. And it's a platformer game. Yes, a second platformer game, but man, does this one look amazing. This is what I was talking, with art direction. This is art direction. Holy fuck is this art direction. And I really, really want to play this just based off how it looks. Because, seriously, like, just looking at the trailer, you could stop the trailer at any point, take a screenshot, go into a museum, and they would put the painting, they would just put it on a wall. That's how good it freaking looks. It's coming on for the Switch, for PC, and Mac. So you might get it on Switch. November 13th, Grease. Gris.
Okay.
And it's about Grease is a hopeful young girl lost in her own world, dealing with a painful experience in her life. Her journey through sorrow is manifested in her dress, which grants her new abilities to better navigate her fated reality. And yeah, I really, really want it. It's coming from Nomada Studio and published by Devolver Digital.
Okay.
Okay, and anything else you got to recommend?
Yeah, the last game I got to recommend is Earth Defense Force 5, which is the 5th game in the Earth Defense Force series. Which is about you just going around killing giant alien bugs and killing other types of aliens.
Can I have a guess?
What?
Is the point of the game to defend the Earth?
Pretty much. But from what I played of the 4th game, there isn't no crappy escort or protect missions, so which is good. But
the person who designed escort mission, like the person who came up with that idea, I hope he's burning in hell.
Yeah. But yeah, after playing the previous game for a little bit, pretty much the entire series just revolves around you going around shooting aliens just for fun. And there's really not that much substance to the game besides completing missions and playing cooperatively online, killing aliens. So,
okay, just after watching, I will add one thing. Just after watching the trailer, if you have photosensitive epilepsy, don't play this.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
And also, if you really want to play this game, go for it. But if you just want to play this game for fun, don't really care that much, I'll say wait for a sale, because right now, like, the asking price for it is $60, which for a game like this, I'll say wait for a sale. But hey, it's your money. Do whatever you want with it. And it's coming out tomorrow, December 11th. So.
Okay, and I think that is our recommendations for next week done, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, that's it.
So let's do a bit of shilling. Do you want to go first?
Yeah. You can find me on YouTube as Tygergamer. You can find me on Steam as Tygergamer. Right now, I mainly do Let's Plays, and I'll occasionally do reviews, but that's about it. So.
And you can find me on YouTube as Kralizec Gaming, where I do reviews. I just posted a new review today of Whimsical Quest. And you can also find me on Steemit at Kralizec, where you can find my content as well. And with that being said, that's going to be it for today, guys. We hope you enjoyed today's show, and if you did, please consider giving us a thumbs up here on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. If you are watching on Steemit, maybe you want to give us an upvote and follow the blog. Either way, be sure to leave a comment, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for more gaming news. Yes, that's what you should do. See you guys later with more gaming content.
Yeah, have a good one.